Okay, good evening. I'm here with Becky Cooper from Cambridgeshire Supernatural Investigators. Good evening, Becky.
Evening.
Becky, what is CSI?
CSI is a non-profit organisation that investigates claims of the paranormal. We want to get to the truth, whether they are paranormal happenings or whether there is a logical, reasonable explanation behind whatever is being seen or heard.
Why did it start?
It started because a group of us were fed up of paying stupid amounts of money to go with other groups. And so we decided we'd got enough experience between ourselves, and with the help of some other well-established groups giving us advice, we formed CSI.
Fantastic. So you're Cambridgeshire Supernatural Investigators. Where are you based?
We're based in Chatteris.
Oh, fantastic. Are you the only group in Cambridgeshire?
No. And we have been in contact with other groups within Cambridgeshire, and we are planning on meeting up and working together through the year.
That sounds very exciting. How many members have you got?
16 at the moment.
And if I wanted to join, how would I do that?
Either pop along to the Cross Keys on the first Monday of the month at 8 o'clock. We're there, very informal. They can contact me, or they can find us on Facebook at Cambridgeshire Supernatural Investigators.
So Becky, are you a true believer or are you still a little sceptical?
I'm a true believer.
So how do you work out the whole spiritual versus science issue?
On an investigation, I'm 50-50. I will set up all the equipment. I will use the equipment with my team, but I'll also use my senses because myself, I have sat in a circle. I have developed, so again, I can hear, see, sense, smell, taste. I can talk to spirit if they so wish to, because you have to remember that spirit were a person or an animal at one point. If they don't want to talk to you on that particular evening, they're not going to. But equally, we'll set up the equipment in the hope of getting some hard evidence, either on film, on photo, or on EVP, electronic voice phenomena.
How long have you been going?
Since October 2011.
So you must have quite a few stories. What's your favourite?
My favourite, oh dear, would have to be Redoubt Fort in Harwich. I'd never been there before, hadn't Googled the venue. The organisers who run the fort have got logs going back to the day the fort first opened. They've got all the historical records. That night I picked up two names of two gentlemen in completely different areas, describe their personalities. Those names were then verified by the organisers. And while sitting in the most active cell alone, there has been talk that there has been a black mist seen in that cell. I have the black mist coming in through the cell door, getting bigger and bigger and bigger, moving away from the cell door and then covering a mannequin of a prisoner that was held there.
Wow, that sounds really exciting. Becky, I work at Marchtown Hall, and that's where Popcorn Community TV is based. And I've worked there for about 4 years now, and I'm absolutely convinced there is something, because I've seen and had experiences that I can't explain. Would your team be happy to come to the town hall and investigate for us?
We would be more than happy.
Have you got any experience yourself of being there?
Yes, myself, I used to work in the town hall a few years ago, and sometimes I would be the first person in or the last person to leave in the evening. And I would feel as though there was somebody watching. There certainly is an atmosphere in that building, and obviously we know part of the history of that building, and part of the history is not very pleasant. Or not very pleasant for some people that were there. So, there is something residual in that building. I'm pretty sure of it, and I'm pretty sure that we can get to the bottom of some of the claims.
Fantastic. Well, we look forward to that then. We'll follow up with that. What other events have you got on the horizon?
In March, we shall be going back to an old favourite of mine. It's a World War II airbase just outside Bury St Edmunds. We have captured some fantastic evidence from that venue, of which the owners of that venue have been delighted, because we have actually given them a full report of our findings, and we've been the only group in the time they've been doing this letting it to paranormal groups to do so. And then in April we shall be going off twice to Ramsey Rural Museum. A volunteer there approached me last year and said that he feels uneasy in some of the buildings. Obviously this place dates back to the 17th century and also to the abbey that stood at Ramsey. So we'll be going there twice to do 2 evenings work. And then we do have coming up a few more events that we're just waiting for confirmation of dates. And I'm also in talks with the charity at the moment to help them raise their profile as well this year.
So generally speaking, how often do you go on an event?
We try and organise an event for our members once a month, bar in January and December, because obviously of the cold. Although we have been out in January before, but it just was too cold. Obviously, if we organise a charity event, we will open that one up to the public as well, because we want to raise as much money as we can for that charity. On top of that, we also do private homes and businesses where people contact us because themselves are having claims of activity, and we will go in and we will either be able to prove, yes, you are, or we'll be able to put their minds at rest and say, no, there is a natural explanation for what you are experiencing.
It must be reassuring for people.
It is, yeah.
Just to finish, Becky, what are your ambitions from this?
To get the name of CSI out, into the area. Yes, we have been in the papers and on the local radio and things, but it's nice to have a new look at CSI. It's a new year for us with with some new members, some old members. So again, it's just a good chance to get the name out, and also to get people aware that there are paranormal groups here, that you don't have to pay an awful lot of money to attend the events, because we're non-profit. Whatever the venue charges us is what we charge to our members.
Becky, I've really enjoyed you guys all being here this evening. Thank you for joining us, and good luck.
Thank you.